Hey, welcome to my talk. I'm sorry, Amanda, I can't be there, but I made a little recording for you to share with everybody. So I want to tell about the history of our Pledge of Allegiance. Of course, it's required if you're a teacher to do it at the beginning of the day with your class. I don't, but some teachers do. My kids filter in and they come so slowly. It's not important. But this thing started back in 1892 by a Baptist minister and a publisher manager of a magazine called Youth Companion Magazine. And so he thought it would be a cool patriotic PR campaign. It was 1892, which was the 400th anniversary of Christopher Columbus's arrival in the New World. So he went ahead and talked to President Harrison at the time and thought, hey, let's make this holiday Christopher Columbus Day. And also, I came up with a pledge, and I'm gonna put it in my magazine, and it's gonna go out to the kids' schools. And if we can get a bunch of kids doing it all at once, it'd be amazing. And it was also at a time where we had a huge influx of immigrants, and that kind of was worrisome for the native original pioneers who were like, I don't know if these people really can really assimilate and all that good stuff. And then we had also, it was only a few years after the Civil War, and so still the South was butthurt about all of that, all of the events that transpired. So there was a huge need, a feel for a need to unify everybody, which this pledge was hoping to do. So here's the original one. I pledge allegiance to my flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So you probably are not hearing a few words in there, which were added later. In 1923, added to the words my flag was of the United States, because they just were worried about a lot of immigrants, who were still kind of grappling with the English language and truly understanding that they're pledging their allegiance to this country's flag, not the Italy's flag or Ireland's flag. Kind of funny. Then in 1942, Congress replaced the original Bellamy salute with the hand over heart gesture. So here's a picture of the kids doing the original salute for the Pledge of Allegiance. And I really don't understand why they changed that. I see nothing wrong with a handheld heil in the air. I don't know. 1942. There's some things going on in the world. Maybe that what's caused it. And then in 1954, we added the words "under God" to the pledge. So what was going on in the 50s that would make them want to add religious components to the national pledge? Anybody? Anyone in the back? Bueller? So there's something called the Red Scare. And the Red Scare, if you don't remember, there was the war after World War II called the Cold War. And it was just a lot of we got bigger bombs here in Russia. Oh, no, we got bigger bombs here in the United States. And the Russia's like, no, you've never seen our bombs. They're big. And that whole tension between us and Russia, we wanted to distance ourselves. And we really wanted to distance, our American democracy from their Russian communism, which a lot of people thought was kind of godless. And since they thought that was there was a godless, idea of how they run their country, we want to add the words "under God" into our Pledge of Allegiance. So President Eisenhower okayed this, and even was further convinced to come up with the United States motto, "In God We Trust," and add that to our currency. So all things prior to 1950s, all the money did not have the word God on it. And where do we go from here? So there have been multiple court cases to try and overturn the whole adding God into our Pledge of Allegiance. I think it's a little odd. So it's just there, and at least you don't have to say the pledge if you're a student. There was a time when you would be forced to say the pledge, but a couple court cases from the Jehovah's Witnesses helped kind of re-examine the First Amendment and what that means in this aspects. Goodbye. Have a good one. Happy birthday, Amanda.